Hello everyone. Welcome in today's session of linear equations in two variables. This unit is basically dedicated to year 9 students, but if year 10 students also participates, it will be very grateful or helpful for them. Before we start, I want to ensure you that we will have very frequent live and premier sessions on various units on maths and science. I also make videos on coding of Scratch and Python. So if you are interested in any of these subjects, don't forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you don't miss a single notification. So let's start with today's objective. Today's objective is we'll see the basic concepts and terminologies on linear equations in two variables as well as one variable. We'll see the general form of the linear equations in two variables. We'll see how we can calculate or find the solution of linear equations. Also, we'll see the graphical representation of both linear equations in one variable and two variables. So let's zoom in. So starting with the equation, an equation is a statement of equality of two algebraic expressions which involve one or more unknown quantity is known as equation. So what in equation we'll see whether it has a sign of equality or not, and it may have a constant value and a set of variables or polynomials. Let's see an example. So for example, x plus y equal to z, it has three sets of variables. We can see x, y, and z, and we have a sign of equality. So it is an equation. Okay. Now, we know this equation definition. Let's see the major difference between what is an equation and what is an expression. Okay. So for example, if we write 5x plus 9 equal to 0, and then it is an equation. Why? Because it has a sign of equality. Similarly, if we write only 5x plus 9, then it is an expression. Okay. So similarly, if we write, for example, x square plus 3x plus 5 equal to 0, then this part is an equation. Again, we will see for the equality sign. Okay. And on the RHS, which has no equality sign, like x square plus 3x plus 5, it is an expression. Similarly, if we write 3x plus 2y equal to 0, it is an equation, whereas 3x plus 2y simply if we write, then it is an expression. So students, I believe that you can now very well identify what is an expression and what is an equation. Okay. Now coming to the next terminology, that is variable. So variables are the unknown quantities. Okay. This from the word also you can understand variable. That means it varies, it changes. So the values, whatever are there, it is not fixed. It is not constant. So the basic definition of variables will be the unknown quantities used in any equation are known as variables. And generally we write variables like any alphabetical letters like X, Y, Z, A, B, C, P, Q, R, etc. So these are the examples how we denote variables like X, Y, Z, etc. Okay. Now let's see again with an example of, for example, if this is an equation 3x equal to 9, then the variable is x. Okay. Similarly, if we write 9x square plus 3 equal to 0, then also the variable is x, isn't it? So the unknown quantity, we can see the unknown quantity which varies, which changes, is called variable. Similarly, if we write 15a square plus b square equal to 0, then can you tell me, can you write in the chat, what is the variable of this particular equation? 15a square plus b square equal to 0. Write it now. Pause the video and write it now. Okay. Yes, you are right. It is a and b. So there are two variables in this equation, a and b. Okay. Now let's proceed. What is linear equation? So in math students, you will see with the English words, linear. Linear means You can see a word line within linear, right? Line means it's straight. So linear equation is also an equation which represents a line. So for example, equation which has the degree and the number of variables as 1, then we call it as linear equation in one variable. So see here we write linear equation means degree has to be 1, and it is written one variable. That means it has only one unknown quantity. It can be any unknown letter. So let's see with an example. Here we can see that this expression x plus 4 equal to 6. So you can see here the degree of x is 1, correct? And hence this is linear equation. So we have to see check the power, the degree of the variable. So the variable's power is 1. And how many variables are there in this equation? X plus 4 equal to 6. It has only one variable. Okay. So this is an example of linear equation in one variable. Okay, let's see some more examples. So for example, if we write 2x plus 3 equal to 0. Okay, so what is the degree of this equation? Degree means what? It is the power of the variable. It is the highest power of the variable. So here we can see the variable is x, right? And the power of that variable is 1. So the degree of this equation is 1. Okay. And what is the number of variables? How many unknown quantities are there in this equation? So you can see here there is only one, right? It is only x. So this is an example of linear equation in one variable. Okay. Let's see a second example. For example, 2x squared plus 5 equal to 0. So you can see that what is the degree of this equation? What is the power of the variable? Highest power, it is 2. You are correct, it is 2. So, and what is the number of variables? It is 1. Only x is there. No other unknown quantities are there. So, can you predict it? Is it a linear equation in one variable? Can you write me the answer in the chat? Whether this equation 2x squared plus 5 equal to 0 is a linear equation in one variable. Write it down now. Yes, you are right. It is not a linear equation in one variable. Can you tell me then what type of equation is it? This is an extended thing. Yes, some of you may know it is a quadratic equation, right? In one variable. So quadratic means the degree of the equation is 2. So if it is 2, then we call it as quadratic equation, and there is only one variable, so we can write quadratic equation in one variable. Okay. Similarly, let's take a third example, like 2x plus 5y equal to 0. Okay. So can you tell me what is the degree of this equation? That is the power. Yes, you are right. The power is 1. So it is a linear equation, right? And what is the number of variables? The number of variables are, as you can see, it is x and y, that is 2. There are two unknown quantities. So it will again be not a linear equation in one variable. Then what type of equation is it? Yes, you are thinking it correctly. It is linear equation in two variables because there are two variables x and y. And it is linear because it has a degree of 1. So I hope that you are understanding that the difference between how can we just see the equation and we can predict the name based on its characteristics. Okay, so we have to remember again the degree of the equation and the number of variables. Then we can name that particular equation. Okay. Okay. So the next topic is linear equation in two variables. So what is linear equation in two variables? Let's see an example like just now we have seen 2x plus 3y equal to 5. So what is the degree of this equation? Yes, you are right. It is 1, right? Because the power we can see that the both x and y has a power of 1. So the degree of this equation is 1. And what is the number of variables? It is 2. So whenever 2, that means two variables. Whenever the degree of equation is 1, it is a linear equation. So the whole name will be linear equation in two variables. Okay. Similarly, if we write 2x square plus 5y equal to, for example, 7, then you can see that the degree of this equation is 2. It is not linear, that means. And the number of variables is x and y, which is also 2. So can you tell me, write me yes or no? Come on in the chat, write me now. Whether it is a linear equation in two variables, yes or no? Whether this equation 2x square plus 5y equal to 7 is a linear equation in two variables. Yes or no? Write it now. Write it now. Okay, correct. So it is not a linear equation in two variables. Why? Because the degree is not 1. Okay. Similarly, we can see that 2x plus 3y plus 5z equal to 0. So if you take this equation, can you tell me whether it is a linear equation in two variables? Yes or no? Write it now. Write down whether this equation 2x plus 3y plus 5z equal to 0 is a linear equation in two variables. Write it now. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. So yes, you are right. It is a linear equation because the degree is 1, but the number of variables is 3. So we cannot say it is two variables. So it is not a linear equation in two variables. It is a linear equation in three variables, isn't it? Okay, very well done. Very well done. Also, an equation of the form ax plus by plus c equal to 0, where a, b, and c, these are the a and b are the coefficients of x and y. Okay, so they has to be real numbers. Real numbers doesn't mean that it will not be equal to 0. 0 can be the real number. So, but the second important condition is both a and b will never be 0. Either any one can be 0, it's fine, but both of them cannot be 0. Okay, so a and b, which are the coefficients of x and y, they are real numbers. C is also a constant, which is a real number, but at a time a and b will not be equal to 0. So we can see that the general form of the linear equation in two variables is that ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Okay, we can see that the degree is 1 and there are only two variables x and y. So it's a general form, and a and b will never be 0 at a single time. So a can be 0 when b can take some positive or negative value. Doesn't matter. B can be 0 when A can have a positive or negative value. But at a time, both will never be equal to 0. Then it will not be a linear equation in two variables. Also, the second condition is A, B, C are real numbers. Okay, done. Let's see. Let's see with an example. So this is an expression. I'm sorry, this is an equation because we have an equality sign. So express the following linear equations in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0 and indicate the values of a, b, and c. A and b are the coefficients of x and y, and c is a constant. So we have to find out the values of a, b, and c for this equation. Okay, so let's see. What is the coefficient? Coefficient is the number which is multiplied with the variables. So what is the variable, students? Variable is x and y. So what number is multiplied with the variable? That is called coefficient. So here coefficient of x is a and coefficient of b is y. Okay. So let's see, rewrite the equation x minus y by 5 minus 10 equal to 0. So we have to first express it in the general form. Okay, general form we know x plus by plus c equal to 0, right? So we can, from this, if we compare these two, so x minus x and ax, you can compare. So nothing is there. That means what is multiplied with x? Yes, you are right. It is 1. So we can say that the coefficient of x is 1 because we can see that 1 times x is x, isn't it? So a equal to 1. And similarly, if we think minus y by 5, we can write it how? Minus 1 by 5 times y. So this we can rewrite, isn't it? So from this, we can say what number is multiplied with y? It is minus 1 upon 5. And hence, this is the coefficient. So B is, what is the value of B? Here, if you compare with the general form, it is minus 1 upon 5. Okay. Clear? Now, constant term is also should be clear. If you see here, constant is minus 10 and here it is plus C. So what is the value of C? You can compare, you can predict. So C, the value of constant term will be minus 10. Students, you have to be very, very careful about the signs. So be very careful, revise before you submit your answers, and also read the question very carefully for your exam. Let's do a second example, but this answer I expect it from you. So for the following linear equation, indicate the value of A, B, and C. So you know already the general form, you know AX plus BY plus C equal to 0. Okay. Now tell me the value of A, B, and C. Whether this one is correct option or the blue one or the pink one. Write me the color in the chat. So yellow, blue, and pink. Which one is the correct option? Your time starts now. Carry on, students. Keep trying and never be afraid to do mistakes because through our mistakes only we learn. Okay, but you should have a logical thinking. So here tips is compare it with ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Bring it to one direction and then either LHS or RHS and then calculate the value of A, B and C. Okay. Okay. So I hope that you have understood and answered the question correctly. So the correct answer is A equal to 1, B equal to minus 3 and C equal to 0. Why? Because there is no constant term. No constant term means the constant term is 0. Okay. So this we have already expressed it like this. So if you can see that I've tried to show you how we calculate. So we have brought 3y into the left hand side like x minus 3y plus 0 equal to 0, right? And then we are comparing it with the general form that is ax plus by plus c. So from ax, a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 3. Okay, because minus 3 is the number which is multiplied with the variable. So b is minus 3 and c is 0. Now you can ask, ma'am, why do we bring 3y to the left hand side? Why can't we bring the x to the right hand side? Can we bring that? Yes, you can bring that. Okay, so never be afraid any one side. So stick to any one side and calculate the values of the coefficient. Okay. Oh. Now, the second question to you. This is an equation 2x minus 3 upon 2 equal to 15. Okay. What type of equation is it? We know already many types of equation. So is this a linear equation in two variables? Is this a quadratic equation in two variables? Is this a linear equation in one variable? Write down the answer in the chat. Thank you very much. Please write it down. Linear equations in two variables, quadratic equations in two variables, or linear equations in one variable. What example is this? 2x minus 3 upon 2 equal to 15. Yes, I hope that you have answered it correctly. And the correct answer is linear equations in one variable. Why? Because there is only one variable x, there is no other variable. And also the degree of the equation or the variable is 1. So the power of x is 1. Okay. Next question to you. What type of equation is it? 2x minus 3 equal to 9z. Write down in the chat. Linear equation in two variables, quadratic equation in two variables, or linear equation in one variable. Write down now. Yes. 2x minus 3 equal to 9z. So what type of equation is it? Write down now. Yes, you are right. It is linear equations in two variables. Why two variables? How many variables? X is unknown. X is the first variable and Z is the second variable. It cannot be always like X and Y. It can be any letters. Any unknown thing can be a variable, isn't it? So 2x minus 3 equal to 9z is an example of linear equation in two variables. Okay, why linear? Because the degree of this equation is 1. Okay, well done. Very nice. So what is a solution? So solution is any value of the variable that satisfies the given equation is called a solution, or roots of the equation. So there is another name for this word solution in mathematics, especially in equations in one variable or two variable. It is called roots of the equation. Okay. So in layman's word, what is an solution? What is a solution? Solution means it should satisfy. So you are trying to find out the value of x and y, or the variables, whatever is there in the equation, and you have to check whether there is that value of the variable is satisfying your particular equation or not. What do you mean by satisfying here? The left hand side will be equal to the right hand side. Simple. So if left hand side is equal to right hand side, then that means that particular value of the variable is a solution of the equation. And if it doesn't satisfy, then it is not the solution of that particular equation. Okay, let's see an example and then we can understand it better. So, for example, 2x equal to 8. This is an equation. Why it is an equation? Because it has a sign of equality, right? So, 2x equal to 8, that means x is equal to 8 by 2, that is 4, right? So, we have found the value of 4 and now we'll put the value on the left hand side, that is 2x. So, we are replacing x equal to 4. So, after replacing, we get what? 2 times 4 is 8, right? So 8 is the LHS, and also it is given that 8 is the RHS, that so we can conclude that LHS is equal to RHS. So the basic condition for any solution, whether it is one variable, two variable, three variable, whatever, that means the left hand side will be equal to right hand side. That is the most important thing to remember and take away from this. Okay. So if it satisfies the value of variable, whatever you have found, then that is the solution, or that is the root. So there are two names for it. So this is the question that you need to solve. Find the solution of the equation 5x minus 15 equal to 10. Okay. So the possible options are 3, 4, and 5. Write down in the chat what is the correct solution of 5x minus 15 equal to 10. Come on, write it now. Solve the value of x. Find the value of x. Okay. I hope that you have answered it correctly. It is 5. And if you replace 5, then you will see that the left hand side equal to 10 and the right hand side is also equal to 10. And hence it is satisfied, or it is also the root of this equation. So find the solution of x plus y equal to 1. So this is the question. So let us assume that the value of x is equal to 0. Okay. Then can you tell me what is the value of y? So we have a fixed value here. We have assumed that the x is equal to 0. Can you tell me the value of y if x equal to 0? So we can say that 0 plus y equal to 1, right? So just replace it. So we can say that y equal to only 1. So here, what is the coordinate? What is the particular solution? So remember, students, that whenever we write the solution for linear equation in two variables, that means since there are two variables, the answers will be also two. The one is the value of x and one is the value of y. Okay, so let's see here for x equal to 0. So we have assumed x equal to 0. So for that, y equal to 1. So the possible one of the solution is 0, 1. So this at this point, or this is one of the solution for this particular equation, that is x plus y equal to 1. Now you will ask, why teacher, why will assume x equal to 0? Why can't we assume any other numbers of x? Yes, we can. So for example, we can write y equal to, let us take now this times x equal to 1. So instead of x equal to 0, we can assume x equal to 1. Can you find the value of y then? So you can also do it independently in your notebook. So we can write that 1 plus y equal to 1. That means we can see that 1 gets cancelled out from both the sides and hence y equal to 0, right? 1 minus 1. So what is another solution for this particular equation? We can see that another solution will be 1 comma 0. Okay, so in this way, we can substitute any value of x, but for that particular value of x, we need to calculate the value of y. Okay, and hence, what is the takeaway? What is you can understand from this particular statement? That there can be infinite solutions for linear equations in two variables. So linear equations in two variables, there can be infinite solutions. Okay, for any value of x or any value of y, you have to find out the value of the variable for the, you have to find the value of the other variable. Okay, so one you can take anything and the other variable you have to calculate. Okay, so the basic two things we'll remember while calculating the solution for linear equations in two variables. Okay, so we will choose or assume any one variable x or y and assume any value for it. Okay, and the second thing is that we put that value in the equation, whatever we have assumed, and then we get the value of the other variable. Okay. So this way we can find out the solution of linear equations in two variables. And also remember that since it is two variable, answer will be 2. So in the form of x comma y. Okay. Now I will see how much you have understood. Find the solution of 2x plus 4y equal to 16. If I am telling x equal to 1, what will be the value of y? So I have given you one variable's answer, that is x equal to 1. What will be the value of y? Possible options are 14, 7 upon 2, minus 7 upon 2. Write down the answer in the chat. For the equation in two variable, linear equation in two variable, 2x plus 4y equal to 16. I have given you that the value of x is 1. You have to calculate the value of y. Okay, please write down the answer in the chat. I'm hoping that you are writing the answers correctly. Okay, so the correct answer is 7 upon 2 or 3.5. Okay, so this is the right answer for this particular equation. Now let's proceed. I will show you how we are doing it. So the given question is 2x plus 4y equal to 16. Okay, so we can see that if x equal to 1, just substitute 2 times 1 is 2 plus 4y, y we don't know, we have to find it out, equal to 16. So we can write 2 plus 4y equal to 16, and hence we can write 4y equal to 16 minus 2, which is equal to 14, right? And hence y equal to 14 divided by 4, which is 7 upon 2 or 3.5. So this is way you can calculate the solution of linear equations in two variables. Okay. In this case, one of the solution is 1 and 7 upon 2. So we will write the value of x first and we'll write the value of y in the second ordinate, which we call it as ordinate as well. Okay. So for 2x plus 4y equal to 16, let us assume that y equal to 0. So we can, first step, we can assume anything. So we can choose any variable, we can choose any value of that variable. But the second step is we have to calculate the other variable. Okay, so here we could see that 2x plus 4y, which is we have considered as 0, is 16. And hence 2x equal to 16. 16 minus 0 is also 16, right? And hence we can write 16 by 2 is x which is equal to 4. Correct? And hence this is the second solution. So second solution means, can you tell me what is second solution? X is 4 and y is 0. So we'll write in the form of 4, 0. So this is our second solution. Two solutions we have found for this particular equation, 2x plus 4y equal to 16 as 1, 7 upon 2 and 4, 0. So these are the possible solutions. And how many solutions can we find? Are this limited to two solutions? Yes, you are right. We can find infinite solutions for linear equations in two variables. Okay. Now check whether, the question to you is check whether 4, 0 is the solution of x minus 2y equal to 4. So this is the equation given, equation in two variable, linear equation in two variable, which is x minus 2y equal to 4. You have to verify whether 4, 0 is a solution of it or not. So what is solution? What things will come to our mind? Solution means LHS has to be equal to RHS, right? And 4, 0 means the first value is x and second value is y. So here x is 4 and y is 0. Okay. So the important thing we will remember, LHS is equal to RHS. Now rewrite the statement or equation, x minus t 2y equal to 4. Here we'll just substitute the value of x as 4 and y as 0. And hence LHS becomes x minus 2y equal to becomes 4. So we are just substituting x as 4 and y as 0, which becomes 2 times 0 is what? 0. So 2 times 0 is 0. So 4 minus 0 is equal to 4. So here we find LHS equal to 4. And what is the value of RHS given? RHS is also given as 4. So we can say that this 4, 0 is a solution of the equation x minus 2y equal to 4. Why? Because we are able to prove that left hand side is equal to right hand side. Okay. So this is the solution. Okay. Okay. Now the next question. Find the value of k if x equal to 2, y equal to 1 is the solution of the equation 2x plus 2y equal to k. So read the question again. The given equation is 2x plus 2y equal to k. K is an unknown thing, but it is not a variable here. It is a constant. We have to find it out. Okay. And it is given that x equal to 2 and y equal to 1. And also the second information is given that this value 2, 1 is a solution of equation. Okay. So let's start with x equal to 2, y equal to 1 is the solution, and hence we can write LHS is equal to RHS. So what does LHS become? The left hand side 2x plus 2y, right? So we can write 2 times 2 plus 2 times 1, right? We are just substituting the value of x and y and finding the value of LHS. So we get 4 plus 2, which is equal to 6. And what is RHS here in this equation? RHS is k, right? And it is given it is a solution. So LHS will be equal to RHS. And hence we can say that k, the value of k will be what? 6. Okay. So here k equal to 6. Since it is already given that it is a solution, we can assume that LHS will be equal to RHS. Understood? Okay. Now, let's start with the graphical representation. I will provide you some homework questions which will help you to clarify and understand your questions better. But before that, let me show you what is or how we can calculate the graphical representation of first linear equations in one variable. So when it is one variable, so x equal to 3 is an example of a linear equation in one variable, right? So x is fixed with any linear value of the other variable, say y. So here the equation is x equal to 3. So what can you assume? What can you see that since y value is not given, that means you can assume that the other variable can be anything, the y can be anything, but x is fixed. X is 3. Okay, so from this possible points can be 3, 0, 3, 1, 3, 2, etc. But here you can see the x is fixed and y is variable. Y is changing. Okay, let's see, remember the points. So the points are 3, 0, 3, 1, 3, 2. Okay, so we can see it is forming a line, and hence we can draw the line based on it. So this is the equation for x equal to 3. Okay, now tell me one thing. What do you mean by x equal to 3? So since you can see here, since x is constant, x is not changing, y is changing. So you can see that the line, whatever is formed, is parallel to y-axis, right? So it is parallel to y-axis. So whenever x is constant, whatever value it has, and it has only other variable changing, then it is parallel to the line is parallel to y-axis. Okay, so if x is constant, the line is parallel to y-axis. Now let's see a second example. So second example is for example 2y equal to minus 10. So from this you can say that y equal to minus 10 upon 2, isn't it? So what is the value of y? So y equal to minus 5. Now here it is given, since y, that means you can assume that is x is variable, x is changing, only y is constant. So the possible points can be 0, minus 5. 0 is an x, y is minus 5. Similarly, other points can be 1, minus 5. So you can see x I have changed to 1, but I have not changed y. Okay. Similarly, the other points can be 2, minus 5, and so on. You can choose the points, but the y has to be constant. So you can plot these points on the graph like this, and hence you can draw a line. And this line has a different characteristic from the previous one. You can see that this line is parallel to x-axis. So if y is constant, the line is parallel to x-axis. If x is constant, then line is parallel to y-axis. Okay, remember? Good. So our conclusion just now, I'm reinforcing the fact the line is parallel to y-axis when it is the equation of the form x is constant, and a line is parallel to x-axis. That means we can say the equation is of the form y is constant. Okay. Okay. So let's see now the equation, how we can graphically plot the linear equations in two variables. Just now we have seen it is for one variable. Now we can see for two variables. Now let's see this example, y plus 2x equal to 4. Okay. So y plus 2x equal to 4 means, what can you say that? Just rearrange it. Y equal to 4 minus 2x. We'll try to find the solution. So we now know already what is the solution, what is the root. So either express x in the form of y or express y in the form of x. Either way is fine. And you will see which one is easy to calculate. So in this case, I will choose y equal to 4 minus 2x instead of x equal to 4 minus y by 2. So both are correct, but I will choose this one. Okay, for easier calculation. So first of all, draw a table. So whenever you are asked to graphically represent an equation in two variables, draw a table. So table, after drawing a table, for example, you can take any arbitrary value of x, okay, the RHS. And for this, you can calculate the value of y. That means 4 minus 2x. So 2 times 0 is what? 0. So we can write 4 minus 0 equal to 4. And hence the point becomes, or solution becomes 0, 4. So this is 1 point. Okay. Similarly, you can choose any value of x. For example, I have given in this example 1. And the equation of y, here y equal to 4 minus 2x. So put x is equal to 1. And 4 minus 2 times 1 is 2. So 4 minus 2 is 2. We get the value of y. So the possible points or the solution is 1, 2. Similarly, if we substitute the value of x as 2, we get the solution as 2, 0. So we have got 3 points. Preferably, please use 3 sets of solutions in order to graphically represent. Though we know that 2 solutions are enough to draw a line, but it is already very strongly advised that you use 3 points at least, so that if we do one calculation mistake, we are there to recheck ourselves. So plot 3 points while graphical representation is there. So you now just plot them, and you can see that these three forms a line. Okay, and this is the equation of y plus 2x equal to 4. Got it? So steps to follow: recalling, first express x or y in the form of each other, and second thing, make a table and find out at least 3 points on the graph to represent that line. Okay. Okay. Now over to you. Cheer up. Come on. Tell me this question: x minus 3 by 2 is parallel to x-axis, x equal to minus 3 by 2 is parallel to y-axis, or x equal to minus 3 by 2 is neither parallel to x nor y-axis. Which one of them is correct? Come on, write down the first option, the second option, or third option. Which is the correct statement? Write down the answer in the chat. 1, 2, or 3. Come on, participate. Never be afraid to do mistakes. Learn from it. Learn from your mistakes. Okay, well done. I think that you have answered it correctly, that x minus 3 by 2 is parallel to y-axis, because x equal to constant means it is parallel to y-axis. Okay. Now, coming to your homework questions, students, the first question is, whatever we have studied, you can revisit this and try to answer the following questions. Express the following linear equations of the form ax plus by equal to c equal to 0 and indicate the value of a, b, and c. So you will find the value of a, coefficients of x, b, coefficient of y, and c, which is constant. And you will write down the answers in the comments. Now, the second question is, you have to find the value or the solutions, 4 solutions of the equation 2x plus y equal to 7. Okay. So students, we have come to an end of our today's session. I hope that you have understood the basic concepts on this chapter of linear equations in 2 variables. Don't forget to write your answers of the homework in the comment section. I know many of you have written the answers in the chat as well, but I would like you to post those answers in the comments so that I can see, I can go through them, and I can help you understand if anywhere you are wrong. Okay, so again, reminding you, if you have not hit the subscribe button, hit it now and press the bell icon not to miss any notification for the future. Have a nice day.